By the year 2048, an estimated $124 trillion will change hands in a massive generational wealth transfer. For financial advisors, capturing this capital is the single most critical priority of the next 2 decades. But the professionals tasked with managing this transition are severely constrained. Data shows that the average wealth advisor spends only 39% of their working hours actually speaking with clients. The other 61% of their day is consumed by desk work. That means highly compensated experts spend their time combing through research databases, manually typing up meeting notes, and entering data into CRM systems. The most immediate threat to the wealth management industry is a structural shortage of human capacity. There is simply not enough time in the day to manage the incoming wave of assets using traditional administrative methods. Over the last 2 years, Wall Street has become obsessed with artificial intelligence. Every major institution is exploring how to implement the technology. This chart shows corporate expectations for AI impact, broken down by cost efficiency and revenue growth. According to Morgan Stanley's global research, boardrooms and investors are no longer satisfied with simply having AI exposure. They are actively demanding hard proof of return on investment. Deploying this technology across an 82,000-employee bank is incredibly difficult. Financial institutions operate under heavy regulatory burdens, meaning any new system must be strictly secure, explainable, and fully compliant with strict data privacy laws. To gain a true competitive edge, a firm has to move beyond novelty chatbots. The technology must operate as a measurable, enterprise-wide efficiency engine. Morgan Stanley started by targeting the information bottleneck. The firm's proprietary research library contains over 100,000 documents spanning decades. Searching through that archive manually to answer a specific client question could easily take an advisor 30 minutes or more. In response, the bank launched the AI at Morgan Stanley Assistant and AskResearchGPT. These tools were built through a secure, closed-loop strategic partnership with OpenAI, ensuring that proprietary financial data never leaks into public models. Using natural language processing, a branch of AI that allows computers to understand and generate human language, the assistant scans the entire archive. It instantly ingests unstructured data, synthesizing the findings into a clear answer complete with direct citations to the original reports. The results were immediate and measurable. Document retrieval efficiency jumped from 20% to 80%, drastically cutting the time required to source institutional insights. This system effectively puts the firm's chief investment officer in the room for every client call. It democratizes decades of complex institutional knowledge, making it accessible in seconds. After solving the information retrieval problem, Morgan Stanley targeted the physical administrative burden of conducting the meetings themselves. They introduced AI at Morgan Stanley, Debrief. With explicit client consent, this tool joins video and audio meetings to actively transcribe the conversation in real time. Once the call ends, the software generates automated post-meeting outputs. It summarizes the key points, drafts a personalized follow-up email for the advisor to review, and logs the actionable notes directly into the firm's central database. By automating these specific tasks, the debrief tool reclaims roughly 35 minutes of administrative work per meeting. When you multiply those 35 minutes by 5 or 6 client meetings a week, an individual advisor suddenly gets several hours of capacity added back to their schedule. This highlights Morgan Stanley's strict human-in-the-loop philosophy. The machine handles the tedious administrative logic, freeing the advisor to focus entirely on high-value, nuanced human relationships. Internally, the adoption rate has been staggering. Today, 98% of Morgan Stanley's advisory teams are actively using the AI assistant. Zooming out, the broader economic impact is becoming clear. Morgan Stanley's thematic research tracks companies globally that have utilized AI for over a year, finding that they report an 11.5% average increase in net productivity. But the data reveals a dual trend. These double-digit productivity gains are paired with targeted workforce reductions, specifically a 4% net decline in headcount among those heavy AI adopters. Real-world AI ROI translates into the systematic reallocation of human capital from administrative bloat to direct revenue-generating tasks. As Morgan Stanley's head of firm-wide AI recently noted, giving employees an end-user chatbot makes them happy and looks great to a board of directors. But a chatbot alone does not alter the underlying business model. The true catalyst for business transformation lies in ruthlessly identifying and then automating complex, multi-step workflows from end to end. This leads to the next phase of enterprise technology, agentic AI. We are moving away from passive assistants waiting for prompts toward active agents that automatically route requests and execute background tasks completely independently. The ultimate competitive advantage in the AI era is the unprecedented amount of time reclaimed for high-value work only humans can perform.